Hey, we're on.
We're on. Hey, we got a repeat here that nobody even knows about.
Yes.
We actually don't have the first
deleted.
one. It was delayed. It happens, Kevin. Don't get mad about it.
I don't get mad that easy.
Yes. We've got a local celebrity, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Local.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you've got your name on your shirt.
Well, in case no one knew who I was.
And you know what? Now he's probably selling those online, right?
No, I bought this at a thrift store for $1.99.
Okay.
Thrift stop. I was
fits
popping
you great.
tags, man. Popping tags.
Yeah.
Who ain't gonna buy a shirt with their name on it?
That's true.
You tell me $1.99.
Oh, dude. Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
hell
Why
yeah.
not?
And it fits better than anything I have.
Hell, it looks like you had it made custom, man.
No, it does.
That's great.
It's like, and everybody's like, "Why do you wear a shirt with your name on it?" And I'm like, "It's a thrift store shirt, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if I seen a shirt that said "Dickhead" on it, I'd probably buy.
You'd probably buy that too.
I'd buy that too, but they'd still ask me why I bought it.
If it was $1.99, you're
Why are
definitely
you buying
buying
a shirt with your name on it again?
Yeah.
So you've done everything. You said you saw Metallica 28 times.
No. That was a story. I said I know people that
have seen.
I've never seen anybody more than maybe 8 times.
Who you saw 8 times?
Zach Wilde, and all kinds of formats with he does an Ozzy tribute, Black Sabbath tribute.
Yeah.
But he does his own thing, and he does Black Label Society.
So
I've seen all those.
You're heavy into like the what genre would you call it?
Well, I mean, I like most. I mean, if I have to pinpoint anything, it all starts in like European metal, and like Sweden. And I have ever since school, like the music.
Sweden. Give me a European Sweden metal band.
Like in school, Yngwie Malmsteen.
Okay.
You guys remember that at all?
I don't.
Yngwie Malmsteen. That's great.
No. Give me another one.
A little later on, like right now, in these days, it's In Flames. There's Opeth, Avatar. These bands
out of my wheelhouse.
That's great. I like that because I don't really want to hear everybody listening to In Flames when I pull into the gas station. It's like,
is this hard? Like, is European metal hard?
It probably is to everybody, but to me, it's like, I hear it. I don't hear. People don't always hear what I'm hearing, and then what other people hear.
Well,
like the screaming.
Well, what wasn't the lead singer from the Scorpions from Sweden?
No, they're German.
It's German?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always did I like them too.
Yeah.
And I always I didn't care where a band was from. If I liked it,
you liked
it. And I actually liked it if they were from somewhere else, because that's, you
Kinda
learn.
cool. Yeah.
In the heavier music, like Sepultura, being from Brazil, that I learned from,
Is that where they're from, Brazil?
Yeah.
So
they're like
they're
like the Metallica of, South America.
Really?
And so that's awesome. And then, of course, through the internet, I've been able to make friends that go and see them. And, man, I like
Where do you discover your music, man?
I was going to ask you that tonight. Like, where are you listening to your music nowadays? Because you're probably
I'm
one of
a
the
little old school, too, still. I still buy rock magazines. I drive all the way to Barnes & Noble. You know what it's like when I walk in there, Barnes & Noble. It's like little church ladies walking around. What are you in here for?
The metal magazine.
Get away. No, start doing that. No one really does that, but not anymore. So it's like I go, and they got the great ones, but they're all from Europe, these magazines. They're $20 a piece.
Okay.
There's Hammer, which has been around for
forever.
Yeah. But there's like just different metal magazines, and I sit and I read those, and I read them, and I read them. Just stuff that you miss on the internet. Internet's full of a lot of music crap.
Opinions and critics.
Yeah. I want to know what the band's doing, what they're writing, where they're touring, who they're touring with, where they're playing, what's in their set. Are they playing certain things? I don't give a crap about this guy says you don't like that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be funny for 20 seconds, but it's like, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
So how often do you go up there and do that? Go get those magazines like that? Quarterly?
Man.
6
I don't
months?
know, maybe it just depends. Sometimes it might be 4 times in a year, because they don't come out all the time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm up there more than that, but anytime they're there, I mean, I get them.
If you're...
I mean, it runs $60 to $80. Maybe I've spent $100 just coming out with just magazines.
Just metal magazines.
And sometimes they come with free CDs, which was kind of cool too. But yeah, I mean,
but that's
I don't care
that's
because
where it
I
starts
don't
for
waste
you.
a lot of money. I don't have a whole lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
So it's
music
like,
is your thing.
Yeah. So it's like I don't care. I'm not going to quit reading rock magazines just because it's not trendy. I mean, I might need reading glasses now, but I didn't quit.
Right. There you go, man.
I mean, you're a musician too. I mean, you sing.
No.
Well,
yeah,
you don't
sing.
play,
Yeah,
but
sing.
you don't sing.
And I hear things.
Sing, but you don't play.
I have an ear for it.
You're a great singer.
And I know that because people have told me. I mean, like I'm sitting there with Bruce Kulick and we're talking, and that guy has played with Kiss. The band Kingdom Come, I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I'm talking to them, and their guitar player goes, well, you must play. I'm like, I don't. He said, well, how do you not play? Because of what we were talking about. I'm like, I don't know. I've just had an ear for it. I probably should have played.
Yeah.
Never.
Probably good that you don't.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but.
Did you ever write anything?
Oh, yeah, I've been writing all my life.
Have you ever heard Kevin sing?
Oh, yeah.
He's a really good singer.
I've recorded and sang and wrote my own lyrics. And,
yeah.
Okay.
But and I wish I was still doing that.
Yeah.
No one seems to want to do that anymore, But
Yeah.
You mean like
the
having a
people that I
band?
know. No, I just like to write and record and well, maybe go out and play, rowdies or something, sit down with someone. But no, I mean, don't seem like anyone really wants to do that.
I feel like live music's even taken, since COVID's taken a big hit.
It did, but I think it's coming back.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about what you like, but if you look at like King of Clubs in Columbus, that guy, he's killing it. He's bringing in everything you could even imagine.
It seems like that solo act. I'm out of the game, but I'm just saying it seems like that solo guy running around anymore is not playing. Like you're not seeing the places that had the solo acoustic acts. Some of them have cut a lot of that out.
Now, see, you would probably see more of that than me.
Yeah, yeah. You're looking at big
I like
band
probably
stuff.
a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Wonder
if those big bands type stuff like Newport and stuff are still kicking
I haven't
out
been
stuff.
to the Newport in quite a while, but I do know they still get shows. But right now, everybody that was going to the Alrosa,
Alrosa's shut down, isn't it?
yeah, it's gone. It's there's apartment buildings being built there.
It's gone.
Yeah,
and that's been within a year.
It's been a little bit longer than
Maybe
that.
2 years that they
But
announced.
it's awful,
What a legendary venue that was.
Well, yeah, I mean, I became a man at the Alrosa.
Who'd you see there?
Well, I mean, it was always more than the band was just the fun of it. But everybody, I mean, right off the bat, I'll name Mudvayne. I seen them there. I seen Dio, Ronnie James Dio outside. I seen Anthrax.
Yeah.
And then growing up, there's bands I liked that not everybody was into, like Lillian Axe, Saigon Kick. And I'd go see those bands a lot because they never gave it up till, run out of money, I guess you might say. But I'd go and see them, made friends with a lot of them.
Yeah.
That I'm friends with still today.
Yeah.
And,
you were friends with Dimebag.
well, no. I mean, I met him, but no, I wouldn't say I was friends with him. No,
Okay.
I met him, though. But I was there about 5-10 minutes late the night he got, taken from us. So I'm glad.
Were you really?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad I wasn't inside.
So,
I don't have to
tell me
live with
about that night.
Well, I get there, and there's cops. I'm showing up with the cops. And
why are you showing up with the cops?
Because I was just getting there, and they were just getting there too. Yeah, I guess I should word that right. But as I'm getting there, the cops are getting there, and of course I don't know anything.
You're just coming to a concert.
Oh yeah, and I'm running late.
So how far into this concert did this happen?
Maybe 2 songs. Oh, they did right from the first song. I think it was maybe 2 songs. Let me think. No, I think it was just a few minutes into the first song. Yeah, if I remember right.
It was whenever that guy did that.
Yeah, he jumped on stage, jumped over the fence in the smoking pit. There's a big wooden fence. And he jumped over it, goes inside. I mean, it's family friendly there,
Where was it? What was the name of it?
What do you mean, Alrosa?
Is that where it got shot? Was that the Alrosa?
Oh, yeah.
That was where it was, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I had to think back because it's been a while now. But, yeah, he jumped the fence, and he comes in, he walks past everybody, walks over to Dimebag, who's already into his song. And it was the first song. And just shoots him and then opens fire on everybody else. And I'm glad I didn't see that.
So
I don't want to live with that.
Oh man.
So you
enough.
get there to the venue.
Yeah, and the cops and people were walking around bloody. I'm like, what's wrong? And it took maybe 3 people for the first person said he killed Dimebag, and I was like, man, you hope that's not right.
Yeah, you're like,
hearing that for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
What year was this?
Shoot, man, gee whiz, 06.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like 03, 04 or somewhere. I mean, it could have been
Man.
Back before there was like
It
a
might-
mass shooting.
mass shootings all the
every
time. It might
month,
even been.
yeah.
I'm thinking 02, man, gee whiz. I'm the music man. I'm supposed to know all that stuff. But I can't remember all dates. But it's been a while.
That had to be a disturbing scene.
Well, it was. I got there and I went right into shock. I mean, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hung out with him at one point, and that's a funny story. But anyhow, so it's like I already made him a mix CD. just to give to them for fun for the road. You know, those guys get a kick out of that. Trust me.
Yeah.
And you know, I never got to give it. You know, never got to give it to him or anything. But I sat there till 5 a.m, man. Most people had left. The media was there, and I was in shock because it was like, oh, I don't know. I think everybody took it personal, but I know I did. It's like, this is one of my favorite people on the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted to be like a heavier Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
You know, he just wanted to be like that. He wanted to be a rock star, but he wanted to be a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
I mean, he achieved that, but
Oh, absolutely.
to be taken out that way, that sucks, man. And then his brother died a few years later, so
How does brother die?
I believe, just left the earth. Just kind of gave in. Maybe I don't know. I don't honestly know.
Yeah. Huh.
You know.
I've got a lot of buddies that follow that heavy metal world. Like, I mean, they're in it.
Oh man, me too, man. Love it.
I
Love everything,
just-
and I know people in it. And I know people,
About as heavy as I ever got was Pantera.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
me too. For a long time now, I'm listening to bands that are cattle decapitation, and they got. I mean, them names are silly, and they always have been.
Well, but I've noticed like a lot of these bands that are heavy metal, like we was talking about Abley. You listen to Abley's podcast.
Oh yeah, Steve's
like
good,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Like I would have thought he was like death metal at one point.
No,
Farthest thing
and
from
he
it.
never has been that way. I don't care what he's
like-
always in his personal music, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
bust his chops or anything. But he's always a guy, and I'm like, you listen to that? But that's his business. I mean, I listen.
Like
to,
there's nothing
I
like
listen to odd music, but
No,
man, nothing like.
well,
I would have thought, man, you listening? You heard the new Slayer? I'm like, oh, okay, that's all right, Steve.
well, I'm saying like his was
He's
more
like,
like
"What are you
pop
doing?"
with rock.
Yeah, like,
accompaniment.
like maybe a Muse or someone like that.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there
Sure.
as an idea, and he's going to be like, I don't like Muse.
Yeah, Steve, we love your stuff. I'm just saying,
I love
like, it was
Steve, man.
like
Steve's great.
I was like, well, this is like pop music with a rock melody. Like,
and I like that too.
yeah,
I don't like to pigeonhole myself to be just in a metalhead,
Or like now Tool. Like, what do you think about
yeah,
Tool? Like,
I like them.
would you call them like death metal?
No,
they're not.
I'd call it
Rock and
just
roll.
maybe a little heavier than Pink Floyd.
Yeah. What do you call
But
that?
same kind of vibe, almost like a
just kind
jam
of like
band or something
progressive.
like that.
You call that
Yeah.
progressive?
I do. Yeah, I mean it's all over the place. Yeah, I mean that's not. You're not going to pick up your bass and learn how to play that. Like you would maybe some Smoke on the Water or whatever.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
That's just classic rock.
Classic rock.
Timeless. I like timeless better
Timeless?
because people think classic means old. No, that means I made a song so effing great that people are going to be listening to it for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. That don't mean it's old. That means it's badass.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
so sick of that cliche, man. It's like, well, it's old.
Well,
Yeah, but
it's
do you know
iconic.
Do you know how many fucking decades?
No, you're fine. You're fine. We
joke.
say it all the time, dude. Don't worry.
Okay, I mean, I didn't think so. I mean, you guys don't seem
No
all-
virgin ears here, man.
But no, it's like, how many times, how many people have been turned on to, I don't know, Hair of the Dog by Nazareth, which is the song. It's like, now you're messing with a son of a bitch. A lot of people have covered it.
Yeah.
That song ain't old. That song, that
30
song's
years old.
classic, man. It's like, I don't care if I hear it till I'm 90. I'll be in the freaking, in the old folks' home going, Nazareth. Hell yeah, man.
So let me ask you this then. Like, heck, we just took a pretty broad range of music there.
Oh yeah, I like a lot
so
of
like
stuff.
you're pretty open to a lot of things. Like, do you have
you'd
like
be
singer
surprised.
songwriter,
You'd be
folky
surprised.
stuff? Or
you guys would probably have to name them, but some of these guys that are out there now that they're calling country, some of those guys are good. I can't.
Tyler Childers. You like
Yeah, exactly. That's the one I was actually looking for in my head. I'm going
Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson.
I don't know that I would know him immediately, but it's like probably though. I
that
like
Kentucky crew.
Yeah, and there's a Luke, and it's not the famous guy. It's
Luke Combs.
Yeah, that guy. He's probably more famous than the other Luke. Now I don't know.
Luke
but,
Bryan. Luke.
yeah, I mean, I'm not Luke Bryan. He's might look good in cowboy boots, but I'm not listening to that guy really. But I like the guys that seem like they're reaching, in there, and it's like if you can touch me, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They're all doing their own thing. I mean that Kentucky music scene's got its whole vibe coming out of there.
When I worked down in Portsmouth, a lot of the musicians came up out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
No, I'm not propping this or anything. You know, I'm not plugging it. I'm gonna take me a drink here.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go
you're
right
fine.
ahead.
What did that do? Did that take the place of Sprite or
No, Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist?
Yeah,
See, you know, man, you know.
Well, I'll tell you why I know, man.
Chad's a pop connoisseur.
They've got a zero, whatever, like a diet version.
Uh-huh.
So they got a black.
You
lid.
like it?
It's delicious.
I like this too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like,
Why'd they do away with Sierra Mist?
I don't know, man.
it's too hard to spell.
Yeah, rebranded. I don't know.
Like Yingling. I mean, gee whiz, man, you needed a nickname a long time ago, like Budweiser did.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Bud.
Bud.
How
yeah.
easy is that to say when
Yeah.
you're all fucked up?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going up there going,
yeah,
I don't want to Yingling.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I wonder what they,
But Yingling's
I wonder
all
if
right.
there is, like in the Philadelphia area, if there is a nickname for. Give me a Yang.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, you need
should
a
be.
nickname.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
got to be short
We'd heard about
because
it by
drunk people don't want it.
now. When that hit Ohio,
man.
when Yingling hit Ohio, that was big.
Hey, I
deal.
signed that freaking petition to help bring that here because
Wow.
I'm all about that. You
Hey,
know?
you remember when that did? That was probably like what, mid 2000s?
Yeah, I know.
Late
it was.
2000s.
Well, and,
I
man,
drank it
there
for-
was a while you couldn't go to a party, but I mean,
Everybody had
everybody's
Yingling.
sitting there drinking Yingling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we would go south, I'd always get it because you
Oh,
could
yeah.
find it. You just couldn't get
That
it
or
in Ohio.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you know, when you go to Florida, you could find it in I think Tennessee, and
Yeah.
but you couldn't find it in Ohio for a long time.
Yeah.
And then after I got here, I drank it for about a year, and I'm like, okay, next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got into like small brewery beer, and
Yeah.
and I kind of got stuck there. I don't,
You like the crafts?
yeah, I mean, I
IPA
just-
guy or
No, man, I like stouts, ales.
Oh, okay.
I like red ales and dark ales.
okay.
I like the red ales.
I like porters.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause
you're
my
into-
grandma was a porter.
Well, that's reason enough.
That's
then,
true.
bro.
Hell
I
yeah,
mean,
man. If you get your grandma and a beer connected, man, you got to just stick with it
Yeah,
there. It's like,
yeah.
and my grandma drank beer, but it was, I think, Schlitz or something.
Yeah,
'cause-
yeah,
But she
Blatz.
was just thinning her blood.
Yeah.
But I drank it, porter because it tastes good.
When did you
I
get
don't
into
like
this?
IPAs.
When did you get into the heavy metal?
Hey, Chubbies, how many points do you have on the McDonald's app? We all know and love the McDonald's app, and we want to thank Brad and Sarah Munn for being a great sponsor of our show and of our communities here in Jackson, Oak Hill, Wellston, and MacArthur. McDonald's, check them out.
Actually do know that because I've thought about that all my freaking life. I know when it started. It started with Kiss. I mean, because of my age.
Uh-huh.
Kiss was playing everywhere, man. And they were in comic books. They were every
I never
freaking
had. I've listened to Kiss. I never got
the
the
age
Kiss.
difference is why.
Yeah.
If you'd have been around when they were on TV everywhere, you know,
Saturday morning cartoons,
yeah,
man.
anything,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
They did movies,
Yeah.
Scooby Doo stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were huge.
So they
And
injected
so-
them into you kids.
Oh man, I was following them like, God of Thunder.
Yeah.
But it probably was that bad.
Were
But
they?
anyhow,
Were they?
so my parents
they
bought
weren't-
me that.
They weren't dark though, were they? I mean,
Yeah, but think about that time, 79. And the churches
Oh,
would
yeah.
tell my parents, well, that stands for Kids in Saint and Service.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
There was like a
how'd they figure that out?
huge satanic scare
Yeah.
when we were
so
like
then they
in
tell my parents
elementary.
that
and-
after buying me two of my favorite records that changed my whole life.
yeah,
So the devil got in there. But anyhow, so I had to go about 2 years before I was even allowed to listen to rock music. Sounds like Footloose or something, but it's true.
did you have to bring all your tapes out to the church that time?
No, but I was asked.
I remember that.
I gave some to other people, but no, it's hard to give up my music, man. That music was every bit of me, and you're going to tell me every bit of me doesn't matter no more?
So what jumped out at you about that rock?
Oh, well, anyhow, after the Kiss thing and my parents, Van Halen, I was like, what is that? And that got me right back in it, full-fledged.
What about?
And, I don't know, it just touched me,
Just the guitar, the lyrics,
Yeah, it was
just
a-
the
It
groove.
was a lot heavier than, Conway Twitty. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just felt raw.
Yeah.
It felt like something that was touching me. Really, it felt like that's about me. That's for me.
Had rap hit
So-
Jackson back in yet?
No, but my earliest memory of rap was a poppy kind of rap, like something about a telephone call or something, and then it
Like
started
Kid
to
and Play?
Man, no, I'm older than you, so we're talking.
My first memories was like
81,
Run
82 or
DMC.
something.
It'd been like Kid and Play.
Yeah, that
Run
started
DMC,
to be
like, and then they
mainstream.
had that, they had that one with Aerosmith, Rock This Way.
Yeah, that made it
They did
to where
that. Yeah.
everybody was hearing it.
Yeah.
But but I remember people toying with it a little bit in the early '80s, even rock bands.
Even around here, people was toying with it.
I remember kids being into rap. I definitely do.
Me too. I just wasn't one of those kids, really.
Me neither,
I can't really remember, but like, do you remember like the breakdancing trend?
Sure do. Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of to rap music, or was that more electronic? Or
I didn't make that connection. I was probably listening to Ozzy or something.
Would they break dance like at proms?
I've seen people doing that everywhere.
I
think I have a picture of my buddy Richard Mollahan breakdancing at one of our proms or something.
Richard Mollahan that I know?
Oh, yeah. Someone you know.
Yeah. He would break dance?
He's like,
he was
what are you doing
guys
throwing me under the bus?
Yeah, there would be. There was a certain group of guys, man.
Yeah, he'd do all that
I
spinning and all that stuff, man.
That
Mollahan would.
They'd land on their hands and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that stuff
he was good
in junior high and stuff, and then some in high school. But like, man, you remember like Chris and Bill White used to go out there.
those
they
guys.
were just crazy with
Chris
it, man.
Leach
They
was
were
really
awesome.
good at
Yeah,
it.
Chris Leach was excellent.
Really?
Yeah.
Rudy Perry.
Rudy Perry.
yeah.
Heck, Todd Perry was pretty good at it. There was all kinds of guys that would.
And that's
it'd
cool
be a big
when
circle.
something different comes around.
Yeah,
You don't have to be anti every
Pop and lock
every
or
time.
whatever they call that. We got hit with
remember.
that.
I remember. I used to kind of enjoy watching those guys do that, man.
I like
Head
seeing
spins
anybody
and stuff.
enjoy music.
Yeah.
man,
Oh, I
you
know. I know. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you learn that. It's like I learned that when doing concerts. I got to be front row for country music.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I get this. All these country girls in their country dresses and they're. And you're like, oh, okay, I see now. Okay, hey, good job there,
Yeah.
And I got to be front row for that, man. So I started to kind of get that. I was like, I get that because metal concerts are like, on the front row. You know, they're like,
Well,
and
there's
that's
really
awesome too.
been,
I love all that.
There's really been music has gotten wild. Like, I think of a guy like most recent concert I've been to was Billy Strings. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
I've heard the name.
This guy.
I've heard the name.
The genre,
Modern day Tony Rice.
He's kind of like bluegrass, really, but like
you call him Americana.
But like mix it with jam band / these guys
Grateful Dead
are just unreal.
Cool.
It was fun.
I go through those phases.
I'm sitting there watching that concert like, what is this, man? This
cool.
guy is burning it up.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. You would the genres is the thing now that I think is the
it's all mixed and matched right
Yeah.
now. And I don't really mind that if it makes sense.
Yeah,
if it makes sense.
if it's good.
Yeah.
I just got turned on to a band a guy my age shouldn't be listening to in Jackson, Ohio. But because and I say that if you'd hear it, you'll see what I mean. But it's Turnstile. I don't even know how to explain what they're doing, but it's appealing to me.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that whole
thing
thing about the age is I read their comments, and it's mostly a lot of young people, anyone my age saying, "Man, this is great."
Yeah.
But they're doing something that I haven't heard. It's a little bit of punk, a little bit of pop, a little bit of friendliness, a little bit of they're all over the map.
yeah.
And it just wasn't one song. I'm like, man, I like this song too. Wow, I like 3 songs. How many times do you like 3 songs?
Yeah.
So anymore.
Yeah.
From a new
How many
from
how many do you get 3 deep in on a playlist or a CD or
Yeah.
It's far and few, and the older I get, the more that happens. And I don't
So now, do you stream your music now, man, or do you?
to listen to, but I still buy CDs. I'm
Do you?
like, yeah,
Okay.
I'm old
I was
school.
going to ask you how are you consuming your music now?
Well, I'm like everybody else. I plug into Spotify or whatever, and I listen.
YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah, I'm so old. I make a YouTube list. My favorite metal, I even have a top 20 songs that suck.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because someone's out there looking for that. So, and they're going to be like sitting there with their friends and their mom. They're like,
Do you have a
"This guy-"
channel?
Huh?
Do you have a channel?
It's just, you could probably find me on there. It's just me, Kevin Baker. But you see it's me right away. Yeah. But no, I don't really have a channel. No,
A YouTube channel. So you could.
Well,
you
yeah.
Could,
I mean,
so
I
you
guess
could
you
almost
call it a
become
channel. I just don't call it anything. It's just me. You know what I
Well,
mean?
so YouTube basically is kind of designed to like you could take that channel, okay, and you could just start making your own videos on there. Like, hey, here's my top 20 songs that suck.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, doing it, with like a podcast kind of thing.
Well, or
a
just
video leading
yeah,
up to.
yeah, or link. You know, here's this song.
No, I do have them listed, but I'm not part of it. No, it just shows that I have a list of top 20 songs that suck.
And you can start doing
I'm
that.
sure you guys probably like at least 10 of them. So.
Yeah, we might.
And I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, they probably like.
Do you have your list?
I know most of it.
Give it to me.
Okay,
Give it to me.
Let's see. Share
Kevin Baker's top 20 songs.
that suck. And everybody that really knows me and sees that they're around me, they're going to be like, "Oh, I know what's coming."
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and I'll tell you. Okay, right off the bat, and that's what started the list, made me want to start this list, and I don't want anyone mad at me for it.
Oh, let them get mad.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's Cher,
Yeah.
Believe. Man, she started that whole fake vocal thing with the whole, the whole fake thing. And I heard that. That's all I can hear. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Now, maybe without that effect, it might not kill me so much inside like it does. But with that vocal effect, I die a little bit more every time. And thank goodness. I mean, Walmart played a lot of freaking music over and over and over, but I only heard that one a little bit.
That was not on
I
there.
wouldn't have survived. So anyhow, let's see.
Number two.
Dixie Chicks. Ready. God,
Earl had to die.
You know what sucks about this is some of these are going to get in my head now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready to Run. She must say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She must say that
Ready,
5,000
ready,
times
Yeah.
at the end of that song. And by the about halfway through it, I'm like ready to,
You're ready to run.
I'm ready to, end my life.
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks suck. So let's see. I have to think. There's got to be at least, this song. Man, I hate this song so bad. John Bon Jovi and the Sugarland singer, the big tall lady that looks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I can't stand that lady. She
What
killed-
song was that?
Oh God, I don't want to think about it. Let's see. Something about home.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
Stay.
I mean, it hurts me.
Is it called Stay?
No, I think they did a second one. I think they really wanted to end me, but this one was like something about going back home or.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
terrible.
I
And
know
it
what
was
one he's
huge.
talking about.
And they had that goofy little guitar player in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to be with Bon Jovi, and you could tell
And you know
Bon
what?
Jovi was like, "Get
all
away
I'm
from me."
thinking is, my God, you were Captain Kidd in 1986, man.
Yeah.
Buckeye Lake. There was like 60, 70, 80,000 people there, man. You're climbing shit. You're freaking cool.
Yeah.
You're cool. You're the coolest guy out there.
Yeah.
And you're singing with Sugarland, man. I'm getting old. I'm getting PTSD from your music. That's why I went to the doctor for.
That's
I'm like,
number 4.
It's Bon Jovi. No, that's like 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Seriously, there's like that, and then 3 Sugarland songs.
Okay.
Man. I make fun of them all the time. I really, it's like they were formed only to
Make you
make me
bad.
uncomfortable.
Okay. All right.
You ever doesn't anybody make you uncomfortable? Nobody makes you uncomfortable.
Not that. I mean, I don't get that
Not to where
uncomfortable.
you're like, oh my God, that's making me ill.
Like I really want him to turn that song off.
Oh, when you're stuck in a kind of like what they call a forced music situation, like work,
Yeah.
and they're playing stuck like glue.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I have my box cutter on me. What are you doing to me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that
Sugarland.
song. Yeah.
Let's see if I can remember, because there's a couple of 90s bands in there. There was like Dishwalla. I don't like one of their songs. And let's see, Hadaway. What is love?
Oh yeah.
I mean, is
Yeah,
that
that's
not
a Saturday Night
annoying?
Live one.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, I get all that. But okay, turn it off for a couple.
Yeah.
And you thought some of those were going to be in our top 10? How dare you,
No,
Kevin?
but the Sugarland stuff was
No.
probably.
No.
And there's like, I'm not even going to name the song, but Red Hot Chili Peppers has one that just gets under my skin. And I can't name it because I can't remember the name of it. But it's like, he does all this kind of yodeling stuff. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He
I
does
like the Chili Peppers, but I'm good on them.
too many California songs. I'm in Ohio going, I mean, I've never been there, so I don't know what Californication feels like.
Yeah.
I might like it. I don't like them.
I really liked. I got into like the. I know this is the guy, that guy from Hinder.
He's all right.
Yeah, which they weren't like super like dark, but like his other stuff was kind of that
Yeah.
way.
One of them guys showed up in Wellston there.
Well, that's
sang.
him. Yeah, Austin
okay.
John or Austin
That's
Wink.
wild.
Yeah, and
That's
he started doing his own solo stuff, and he got kind of darker
Yeah,
with his stuff.
I don't mind that.
And he would rock out a little bit. I got into that stuff. It was you just never know. I mean, all these genres, it's just where does it fit? You know,
Going to make some older people.
Well,
mad.
and I think nowadays it's a little harder to label as to what genre they're in.
yeah.
Oh,
Because you've got these guys
lots
out
of
there
music's
now.
that way.
There's just a lot of fusion, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's a lot
So,
of music.
so I was
that way.
going.
It's
This
like-
is the one I was going to ask you about. Okay, so this I just heard this today on a podcast, and I just found it.
Okay.
Do you know how they're making music now? Through AI.
chat,
Oh,
that
well, yeah.
AI chat. Are you serious?
Weird,
it can imitate.
But that's not going to change what I listen to, man.
Well,
People can listen to that all they want, and that's cool because the future is that way. I mean, if it does get to that, I'll just listen to what I have. I have 80, 90 years of rock music, man.
But okay, so what they're saying is like, you know, these mashups that these guys are doing.
Yeah, I don't mind some of them. They're funny.
They're fun. Yeah, they're fun. They're good.
Some of them work.
Some of them work. Yeah. They're saying that a lot of it, like now they're doing like they had the one I listened to today was Biggie and Tupac doing a 50 Cent song that they were both dead.
What podcast was that on?
Mike Tyson's.
Okay, that wasn't the one I was listening to. Somebody was talking about, like they would say like something crazy, like sing Van Halen Jump in Prince's voice.
Yes, and that's what it does.
That's like improv. Or
and it does it,
and it does it,
and you don't even know.
Oh, you mean that doesn't? Oh, wow, that's weird.
Like, yes, do you know, John or do you know Summer of '69 and sing it like Eric Clapton.
Oh man, you can reach more than that, dude. How about?
Well, but but anything that you want, they say I can do.
I know what you mean.
And or like they could even say, okay, mix this song with this song and layer it with this, and then sing it with these.
Oh yeah, it's endless, and some of it might end up being entertaining.
Yeah,
you know, but I don't want it to.
Now the only
thing to take over, but I don't see it taking over.
I don't see it taking over, but I can see it there again. It's going to be a genre. And
there'll be a Grammys,
and
the thing I hate is it gives that opportunity for like a bunch of phonies to be able to,
You mean that doesn't already happen?
I'm sure it does, but you don't
remember
this is Milli Vanilli 2.0 now, man.
Man.
It'll be its own world. It'll be in the metaverse.
It started with Cher.
Yeah, well, I mean, this auto tune
and that voice.
See how it all goes back to Cher?
Yeah.
It's a wonder they haven't replicated
and
voices
then
yet.
Sugarland, she's got almost that same kind of mannequin sounding voice.
Yeah, it's a wonder they haven't replicated voices.
Oh, I think maybe.
Well, till now, till this AI stuff. But I mean, they can replicate damn near anything, but they really haven't ever tried to replicate voices.
No, I mean I know what you mean by that, but no, that robot voices are.
They've never got it, and now they have.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
'Cause, I mean, to hear Biggie singing parts that, he was dead for.
Yeah,
it's like, oh wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it did have a little computer generation to it. I mean, it was, but it's not going to have any emotion.
Nah,
no,
it's just going to be a genre.
There's all kinds of crap out there, man.
Yeah. You guys remember Columbia House? You remember how you used to get your...
Sure, man. I mean, I had 15
how many
names.
guys here still owe them $19.95 for the...
Might want to add a couple zeros.
Yeah.
How many times... I think I joined that about 16 times.
My mom didn't even know she liked Megadeth, you know?
Yeah. What was it you could pick, like...
Start off like with cassette tapes. When I first got like,
yeah.
Was it 12? And then CDs was like 8 or something.
Originally, I do believe it was a vinyl.
Was it?
Maybe.
Seems
like it was a record club.
Yeah, I got in on the tapes.
Yeah.
That's
why he's old
tapes.
as me, man. You're not.
No, I'm getting there, dude.
Yeah, you are.
I'm chasing you. Chasing you hard.
I mean, you should be able to smell my tailpipe.
Yeah, I'm getting there. But I... But man,
that mean?
What a great now there's now it's not even necessary to join that because you just go on Spotify or whatever and do whatever.
But I mean, if I like something, if I support a band, if I plan on seeing them and I know their deal, I'm buying it.
Is that right? You're buying.
I mean,
CD.
I still will support bands like Metallica and Ozzy till they don't.
Every time they put
anymore.
something out,
I buy it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I support them.
Do you open it?
Oh yeah. I just bought the new Metallica. I love it. I bought the last Ozzy. I love it.
You should probably keep it unwrapped like a baseball card.
I have a bottle of Metallica whiskey that way. It's not been.
I mean, you can always pull it up on your phone. Why do you need?
I don't know. It's a tradition. I want to smell it. What is Metallica?
Can you still buy new like CD players?
They're hard to find.
I was going to say,
I mean, you can find little boom boxes out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
The cars-
you know what people do? They buy DVD players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little $50 ones.
Yeah.
I think I have one hooked up somewhere.
Okay.
Hey guys, huge thanks out there to everybody down at Geiger Brothers Construction. Those guys as a whole unit have just been wonderful for the Chubbies. We appreciate each and every one of you hardworking people out there that listens to us. And thank you, Geiger Brothers Construction, for all your project needs. Give those guys a call, 740-286-0800.
Steve's good at that.
But I didn't know. I haven't bought a CD. Where would you buy a CD at?
Amazon.
Do they have
I mean, yeah, if you have to, but I'll drive up to Columbus.
Well,
There's still
Barnes
shops
and
up there.
Noble, like
I don't buy them. I don't buy them there. I still go to the small places.
Okay.
I still always try my best to support
Find a good
those.
record shop.
Yeah.
Man, or-
Did you ever get to our neighbors over here, Criminal Records?
I worked there.
You worked there?
Yeah, on Sundays.
On Sundays.
Man, and there's a guy at Giovanni's. Got a sub the other day. He goes, "Didn't you work at Criminal Records?" I'm like, I wanted to hug that dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, because I get Walmart all the time.
Well,
man,
I
you know.
remember you working at Criminal Records.
Well, I loved it. I mean,
loved
that was
that store, man.
Me too.
That's where I got my school clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
My concert
T-shirts,
shirts.
yeah.
Criminal Records was like, that was like when I was in my prime buying CDs.
Oh,
and stuff,
yeah.
man, I mean, it was.
I love
rare.
that store.
Yeah.
I love the smell
still
of it.
friends-
Oh yeah, it had to smell like
And he's
incense
behind.
in there.
He's involved with the Mothman stuff
Yeah.
in Gallipolis.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
I bought that Pearl Jam Black, that bootleg album. It was in there. It was bootleg at the time, man.
I bought bootlegs from him.
Yeah, man. Do you remember?
those
You remember
were-
bootlegs?
Those were
Oh, yeah,
hardcore.
dude.
Yeah.
Man, I bought a Bon Jovi one for like $80.
Yeah, let's say I had like $100 in that Pearl Jam bootleg,
And
man.
it sucked. It was a vinyl.
And it sucked.
And it sped up and it slowed down. It sped up and slowed down. It's like, one dead or alive. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
it was awful, man. It was like,
Yeah, I
But
remember
burned.
that.
I loved
I got
everything
burned
about that
big
store.
time.
I remember how it smelled in there.
I bought that in Columbus, by
Yeah,
the way.
the
that
real-
bad vinyl.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I bought several things from Steve. Oh my goodness, the guy from Criminal Records, Jeff Walmsley.
Jeff Walmsley, yeah.
I was thinking Steve Avery, but
always
Jeff
really,
Walmsley's a good
always
dude.
great music playing in there, man.
Yeah.
That was
Man, I
awesome,
had some
dude.
people go off on me in there, man. You know, I'd be like playing like Alice in Chains, and no offense or anything, but you know, a church person might come in there and they're looking around. I had an actual incident, and that guy went off on me. He's like, "What are you listening to?"
It's like, man, look around, dude.
Alice in Chains. You know, I'm trying to be cool, but he just gets meaner and meaner. I'm like, man, just leave.
Yeah. Dude, Clark Book and Bible's right around the corner.
Yeah,
man.
and they're
got
pretty
the-
cool. They're
yeah,
nice. You know,
got
they
stuff.
give, they got like little toys and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, You're not-
Yeah.
you can go in the corner, play.
I
little
bet
goats.
you
did
guys.
that.
I bet a record store back then did catch some flack.
I did, and I'm friendly, man. You know, I'm like, man, you know, just go. You know,
Yeah.
That would have been during the whole explicit lyric thing.
Would have been
They
mid
first started
90s.
labeling-
I know
yeah,
that's what
first-
I know. It was mid 90s.
That was remember when they started making them stamp it.
Yeah, and that helped.
That was probably like 89.
That made every kid be like, I got to buy that now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that backfired.
I still
And their
argue.
stuff always
I still
does.
argue that was a marketing ploy, man.
It was.
You know.
It was because it helped.
Yeah. Every
all
kid,
them bands are like, yeah.
ooh,
I
I
want
gotta
that one.
have
I don't
that.
want
Yeah.
that. Don't even get no sticker. That one sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They bleep out all the bad words.
My mom, we went up at the time, I forget what music store it was. It was in Chillicothe, and I got that Dr. Dre, The Chronic. I was probably a 6th or 7th grader. She threw it in on the way home, and I never saw it again.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably wasn't great.
Yeah, I got it again like 2 years later.
Yeah.
I think my mom only went off on me once, maybe about Megadeth. She's like,
Really?
"What are you sleep to that?" I'm like, "That's peaceful to me." You know, it's like the first song's called "Wake Up Dead." You know, it's like,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I just had, like I told you earlier. Now it might sound like I'm joking, but it touches me. So if something doesn't,
Relaxing. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I like it, man. I still listen to the craziest shit. You know, I'm sitting there at work, and you know, it's pretty mellow what we do.
Yeah.
And then the lady next to me, I take my earbuds out, and she's listening to gospel on her little phone.
Yeah.
She don't have earphones or earbuds.
Yeah.
Which is why I take mine,
Yeah.
and I like her.
Yeah.
Okay, I like her.
Yeah.
But you know, and everybody knows me about music, so I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not being mean to her. She's a nice lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like I'm over here listening to guys going, "God hates us all." You know, I mean, that's a Slayer song, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm smiling at her, going,
Yeah.
We got a little bit different experience involved there, but yeah.
Happy
yeah.
Thursday.
And one of my good buddies that works in there, he calls that Dick Slayer. Anything that's screaming that you don't understand, he's like, "Kevin, please, you know, turn the Dick Slayer down. Would you?" everything's Dick Slayer, and I like that. It's funny because he's older man, and he don't mind some of the older stuff, but you don't want to hear Dick Slayer.
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time with country now.
I only like what my boy likes. Zachary, whatever he likes, I like. And I've never exposed him to Sugarland or my top 20
I was gonna
list.
say, I bet you do not allow him to listen.
You don't get, and there's 2 more songs I forgot. Nickelback. I don't like Leader of Men. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
and I'm not one of
I
them.
don't hate on Nickelback.
Let me tell you this, though. There's a trend where people are like, oh, you're on a bandwagon of hating them. No, I get into music and bands a long time before other people do. I remember they were playing with like bands like Finger 11, Big Wreck. They were part of a scene. I get into scenes. I'm reading about scenes. All goes back to rock magazines. And now I get more access with the internet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm starting getting in this band. I'm listening and I'm thinking, they suck. I just don't like it. And
Yeah.
Then other people do, so it validates it. But then it does become kind of like a hashtag Nickelback sucks.
Yeah.
And after that gets so big, then people start the backlash of, man, you're just doing that because everybody else does. I'm like, no, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
I used to love that
listen
song. I was Rockstar. I used to love that song.
See, I just can't. That's like
See,
1985
the way
all
I
over
look
again.
at it, man, was like, what happened to groups like Nickelback and I'm trying to think, one that was coming.
They
to
have
mind.
their crowd.
But
I don't
like,
have to listen.
but like
to it.
they got,
I'm a feel good.
They got
kind of
so
guy, yeah.
they got so
Well, I feel
overplayed
good
on the
from-
radio, though. I mean, so overplayed.
Yeah, they got overplayed.
Like where it's just like you're
Everybody
like,
does.
Oh my god,
Everybody
man.
does though. And
Yeah.
then what happens every year, every genre,
Mm-hmm.
Nickelback, and then there's 25,000 other bands that steal that sound,
Yeah.
that phrasing, everything that I don't like.
Yeah.
These other bands are doing.
Oh, yes.
And
It
it's not
happens in
about
all
not
genres.
liking the name. It's just there's
Yeah.
something in the music, in the way he writes and his phrasing. It's not a joke to me. I've made friends mad at me for that, but I'm just not going to lie to you and go, yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know-
that's what they say. You're brutally honest. I'm like, no, I'm just not. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care for it.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't listen
Good
to it.
Country,
No.
what I was saying, with country, now that I'm not so much living that like bar room life, and I'm kind of just doing this dad thing, it's just getting older.
I like that thing, man.
Yeah, it's hard to it's hard to kind of relate to country music for me right now. Like there's not a whole lot if you're not going through a divorce, living in a whiskey bottle, or living under the neon lights.
Yeah, like if you're young and partying and doing
It's
that
great.
kind of stuff,
Yeah. But so like I've really had a hard time finding a good, so like I've been listening to a lot of like
You
classic,
mean Miranda Lambert? Don't touch you.
no, like that never did. But like even I listen to a lot of
She touches me.
I listen to a lot of newer country. I do.
That's fine.
I listen to a lot of Hardy. I listen to a lot of Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Yeah. Hardy's, what I like about him is he is kind of hard. He's
I've
like,
seen that name.
he's hard, and
I may even know
our
a
buddy
couple songs.
Donnelly's
Yeah,
kind
see,
of
no,
tied
Jelly.
I do like him, and I like Jelly Roll.
I like
he's
Jelly
got a
Roll.
couple good
I like
songs.
Did you see the Rogan episode
Yeah.
with him, man?
No, I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one either.
I like that song, "Son of a Sinner." I like that.
Yeah,
Good song he's got.
Zachary likes Save Me. He plays it over and
Oh
over.
yeah, I think that one's a good one too, man.
Yep.
He does. He turns me on to songs all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then once he likes it, I make sure he has access to it.
I've been listening to a lot of rap here lately. Not new rap, old rap,
Old
like
school.
Tupac or 50
Well, that band
Cent
I
or
mentioned earlier, Turnstile, they blend all sorts of things in
Really?
there. Maybe not country, but
Yeah.
a little rap, a little bit of punk.
That's the only time I listen to music is if I'm biking. I'll throw it on while I'm biking. I don't listen to podcasts while I'm biking, but the rest of the time I'm podcasting it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard to listen to podcasts while you're working.
Yeah,
But, I mean, some people do it. I just prefer music.
yeah.
But I'll listen to, like, I don't know if you guys like Bill Burr.
Oh yeah, the comedian.
Oh, man, he's great.
Yeah, yeah.
If I need
He's
to laugh-
raw.
Yeah, he's very raw. He's man, he's funny.
Yeah,
But he seems, real. He's saying what he thinks, But anyhow, I'll be sitting there at work and I'm busting out laughing. They're like, "What are you listening to?" It would only offend you.
Yeah. Yeah, don't look it up.
Yeah.
It's Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interview about
Huey
him
Lewis
and-
in the news.
Yeah. Channel 6.
Yeah.
But I can't. I wouldn't put it out there for everybody to listen to. He's funny.
What, Bill Burr?
Yeah, I mean he's.
Oh, everybody's listening to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a big creator online.
but like what we do at work, we have a speaker, and if someone wants to, they can Bluetooth it, and we'll all listen to their music.
Yeah.
You think anybody wants to hear Kevin Baker music?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but like you said, you bring in your
My earbuds,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But what I am good about and what I'm friendly about and open-minded about, I make some lists of stuff that I think I'd rather hear these songs than some of the songs that they might play.
Yeah.
So
So
and I
I'll
don't
take
want to
charge
offend
of- yeah,
them.
yeah.
So it's like, I'm playing like, how much is that dog? No. But something similar, like Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Yeah.
I put that on there sometimes just to irritate people.
with Tiny
Yeah.
Tim, that is high. And
Yes, you know, too.
Tiptoe. Yeah.
That is creepy. That used
It
to
is
give me
very
the creep.
creepy, dude.
They give me the creeps when I
Like,
was a
you see that
kid.
dude standing there with like the ukulele. Yeah, I couldn't sleep at night.
I don't
after
even
that
know if
guy.
that's what had initially triggered me to be spooked by it, was seeing him. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
But the song always gave me the willies.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
I listen to it on purpose. I'm like, that song used
That
to
ought
give
to
me
be
the-
like our intro tune, actually. Probably.
That song used to give me the creeps.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
song ever give you the creeps? The willies was like, ugh.
That one definitely did.
Well,
to
heck
me,
yeah, man.
I mean,
and Sugarland.
That one is sugar.
It's stuck like glue, dude. I can't get rid of it. Pun intended.
that's outstanding.
Oh man, and the people that have heard, and I don't repeat jokes usually, but they know the Sugarland stuff, so
Yeah.
they're going to be waiting for it. They're like, I knew you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you would. You can't even go one day without making fun of the big tall lady.
Why don't you
What is
stay?
her name?
That's the name of that
Why
song.
don't you
I
stay?
can't.
Yeah, why don't you stay?
you
there?
start playing
that's
Sugarland, I'm out.
yeah, that's the song. Why don't you stay?
Yeah.
No, that's not the one that with Bon Jovi. No, it's Who Says You Can't Go Home?
Yeah.
That one.
Dun-dun,
Oh,
dun-dun.
yeah.
I'm going home as soon as you start playing that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Man,
goodness.
that's
Who'd she do
terrible.
the Why Can't You Stay song with?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't.
I don't know.
Just thinking about it's troubling me. Let's
Jennifer Nettles was her name.
Yeah. It's like,
I
it sounds
just-
like a cat food or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nettles.
Hey,
No,
I'll
I
tell you
don't.
what, man. One that always got under my skin that nobody agrees with me on, if particularly like the classic country folks, is Martina McBride. I always thought that she was yelling, when she sang. Like,
She's got some power, that's for sure.
I got
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
crucified this
The yeller.
weekend. I had a
Yeah.
show Saturday night and I didn't play. Somebody wanted to sing Johnny Cash, Jackson, and I said no.
Yeah.
And I was just tired of it. I just can't do it anymore.
Tired of playing it. Played it too many
Yeah,
times.
I forgot it, and I just didn't want to fumble through it. And I was like, no,
Can you do that other part?
probably not anymore. I've blocked that out of my.
Female part, can you do
Oh,
that?
well, there was a female wanting to do
okay.
it. Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm just.
And you guys know my boy Zachary.
Yeah.
He'll get in his bedroom and he'll sing that.
Yeah.
When he gets to that part, he don't care. He has no shame or nothing. He don't care. He's feeling it.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh, just singing like her, hitting them high notes and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
what I'm
awesome.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they're freaking dying laughing, and he's feeling it, man. I open up just crack in, look at him, and he's into it, so I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't interrupting that. That's the
No,
same
let the
shit I
man
did when
go.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm in the mirror pretending I'm, Peter Criss or
Sure.
Ace Frehley.
Yeah.
Or,
Heck yeah.
anybody.
Let that guy go.
Hell yeah, man. Sometimes it don't even bother him if I watch him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Maybe
I'm
once
all
or
into
two.
it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's
But,
awesome.
but usually I just close the door and give him his privacy, man. Because
Yeah, let him work.
Heck yeah.
That's where you get it.
That's heck yeah. And he
where it
loves
happens.
it, and that's where you feel it at.
Yeah, that's
so
where it comes out.
Let him have it.
I
I did that same thing all my life, alone in my room in front of the freaking mirror.
Yep.
I wanted to be every one of those people, and for a moment I could be.
Yeah.
So, and I've shared that with some of them. Like you guys
Oh,
know.
yeah.
You guys know I've met a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, everybody plays air guitar. I played air front man. I'm
Yeah,
in the mirror. I'm in the mirror pretending I'm you.
Yeah. That's
And
awesome.
I got to tell that to the guy from Saigon Kick, and
Yeah.
you guys might not know that guy, but
I remember
he's-
Saigon Kick.
He's really good. He's
What was
really
what was their big hit?
he got a
That-
ballad, "Love Is on the Way,"
Love is on the way.
but that
Yeah,
was just one of 25 songs.
Yeah.
So they got labeled like everybody did around that period. Oh, hair band. They
Yeah.
did have hair.
Ballads.
They had hair.
Yeah,
They did,
and they had a band.
and they had a band, but they weren't a hair band. They were just I don't know, a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
If you wanted to put
Hair
them with-
bands was kind of poppy, wasn't it?
it got that way.
Well, it
Yeah.
got to be
that
just
way.
ballad after ballad.
If you
after
think about it,
ballad.
it started out with like Rat.
Yeah.
Rat was one of the
They were
originators,
pretty
one of the
intense. They were
first.
one of my favorites.
They didn't have no
man.
ballads.
No,
No one wanted to hear him sing pretty.
no, Stephen Pierce.
But I mean, yeah, but he was cool.
Yeah,
He
I
was
loved
cool.
him.
Yeah, I still like all that.
Quiet
I
Riot.
still Yeah, they were
White Snake.
Now, Twisted Sister and Quiet Rider,
Right.
the originators of that.
Yeah.
But then Rat, it really broke open, and
They
then
did.
because here in Ohio now, LA might be like, you don't know what you're talking about. And
Yeah,
that might
right.
be true.
Yeah, yeah.
Here in Ohio, I remember when Rat came out, and then it was right after that Motley Crue, and then Bon Jovi. They were right before the whole Slippery When Wet stuff. They had songs coming out.
Poison would have been a hair band
all
back
them.
then.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
You know, then through all them bands like Skid Row came along a little later.
Yeah.
Warrant, who was here, they were from here in Ohio,
Yeah.
and I hung out with those guys. Those guys.
What's
were
the What's the guy that they're trying to get at they keep talking about getting at the Apple Festival? It's here that plays for like Firehouse or something.
Yeah, Alan McKenzie plays bass with Firehouse. He's been
I don't
with
know.
him.
I don't know him. He's been with him for what 15
Oh yeah,
years.
he's
or
been with
something?
them longer, I believe, than the original.
Are they still touring, man?
Oh yeah, and that.
Is that
yeah, I mean,
right?
how do you do that with just like? I mean, you know, it was like 2 hits. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. I mean,
Yeah, like they weren't.
I like
it wasn't
Alan.
like they were.
No,
yeah,
they
I mean,
weren't
and I
big.
like their 2 hits.
They weren't big, man. I mean,
Don't
and they
Treat
only
Me
really,
Bad.
that really only had maybe one that most people would know, but "Don't Treat Me Bad" was
Yeah,
another
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
it's
I don't
like-
even know which one that is.
Well, it's like, how does that go?
They had a
When
ballad
you
or two.
see me cry. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's like 4 million songs that sound just like that, so it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I've
I
heard
don't
the
even think
name.
that was Firehouse that I just sang to everybody. I was like one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, good for. I mean, I hope to.
I
hope
liked
they
all
get-
them bands, though, man. Every one was individually different, even though they all sound the same. And I made that joke, but maybe their ballads did, but individually. And there was like Pretty Boy Floyd. You guys ever heard of them?
I've heard that.
I mean, there was a lot of good.
Did you get into?
good
Did you ever
music.
get into like Stone Temple Pilots? And
Yeah,
all-
I did, but it took me a while because I was into the fun rock scene, you know, and
that got dark.
yeah, it did. But I mean, I matured with it, you know. But at
What-
the
what
same
brought
time,
on
what
that
was
darkness?
saving me though was metal. I could tell, you know, even the good ones like Tesla was being quieted at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they're gonna, you know, attack
gonna start-
Tesla
yeah,
and
yeah.
Queensryche, you know, who wasn't even glam.
Yeah,
Well,
Wasp.
they were shutting them down. So I'm like, man, I got to find something else. And then I just started getting into Pantera real heavy.
Yeah.
Anthrax, man, them 2 bands right there saved me from Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and which I did get into a little bit because I'm.
Well, that
their music's-
Seattle scene really changed things.
Yeah, but
man.
and you know, Alice in Chains came from there. You know,
yeah.
Queensryche came from there. Heart came from there. You know, but and I eventually started to like the Nirvana, Pearl Jam stuff.
yeah.
I
But
never
way
did.
after.
The Nirvana thing was cool whenever I was a freshman, but as I've gotten older and listened to them, I'm like, "Ooh, God,
It's not something I keep on play.
No.
And I'm one of a small majority of people. Fight me, as the memes say. I like the Foo Fighters a lot.
Yeah,
A lot more
David Grohl.
It's more
Yeah.
accessible. It's not as angry. Maybe it's not as personal. It's not. He's not trying to be.
I like
He's trying to be
STP
who
too.
he is. I do too. I like Scott Weiland.
Who'd
I like
you
that
say,
first
Pudge?
record the
ST,
most.
Stone Temple.
Oh yeah, I like them too.
And they're a band I like more. And then I'll go away from them, and then it's like, okay, I do like this.
Yeah,
Hey, Chubbies, when was the last time you had somebody take a look at your life insurance? It's something that nobody likes to talk about. But one thing I know about Pudge is he's coming to your funeral. You might as well have him show up with a check and take care of those loved ones. That's the time when they need it the most. He's writing it every day. Come have that conversation with him and get it done. And by the way, if you own a business and you haven't let Pudge quote your commercial insurance, you're making a mistake. Let him check it out. Make sure you got proper coverage for the best value on the market. Gillum Insurance for all your insurance needs. 740-395-0190.
Thanksgiving dinner with him.
did you?
I mean, I do
You do
because
now?
of Mary Regal.
Yeah.
She's like the most awesome person.
Yeah.
And she's not like one of the coolest people in our town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And even
She's
during
awesome.
what was that China plague we had going on
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
okay,
everybody
we're,
was sick.
we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
So no, I mean even during that she's hugging me.
Yeah.
That woman has
Oh,
so
yeah.
much love.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like you feel it when she's way over there. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
No, I love her, man, and she's good to me.
Oh,
She
yeah.
always says come out. If I don't come out, she gives me hell.
Yeah.
And then reminds me, heck, sorry, Mary.
Yeah.
And then she makes sure I come to the next one. And I plan it on Monday because she's having some kind of shindig. You know,
She's always having something.
Yeah.
She
and
stays busy.
they invite me, and it's funny. You know, I got friends from all over the place. I'm like, I'm having Thanksgiving dinner with a guy from Firehouse.
Yeah.
You know, I plugged
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I mean, why not play that up?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm in line. And
Did he
we're-
graduate from here?
You know what? Probably. I don't know. Wellston or Jackson. Maybe.
Wilson. I don't know the
It
guy.
was Jackson County. I don't either, but
Yeah, I mean, I met him, but I mean, I'm not saying I know him or anything. I've gotten my photo with him. I've stalked him on Facebook.
Yeah.
But
I don't know Firehouse, but there again, it's just not what I
had a
was.
couple of songs. They were probably along the lines of what Poison, kind of light.
yeah,
Like
I mean,
pop,
just
more
kind
pop
of,
than
yeah,
any
more
other.
like, I mean, there was a whole group of them right then through there, like,
But I mean, it wasn't awful. I mean,
No, yeah, I've heard good about it. I just there
but
again.
whoever managed them is smart. Because
yeah.
with only a couple of hits, you're still touring South
Still touring
America.
around.
Well,
Yeah.
look at. I mean, what's amazing is to watch these guys. And I don't mean this about Firehouse, but like think of like Joe Diffie, Diamond Rio, and those guys. I'm not take their music aside.
Yeah, but he can play anywhere, though, a Joe Diffie guy can. Fair.
Well, could he? Well, but I'm saying like, you know, these guys used to play stadiums.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, man, it just shows you the business and how, I
Yeah,
mean,
if
boy,
they
to
don't-
stay up there.
If they don't stay up there, they're playing down the bottom.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
it's hard
well,
to
and do
maintain
you
that.
think they're still playing for money? Or
Oh, yeah.
like because they need the money.
They
Yeah.
need that music.
It's a business.
They need people to keep
Yeah.
listening to their music, and now they know they need them too because that's how they're getting their money,
Yeah.
streaming and stuff. So
I'd say they
if you
look
don't
at
keep
it like
your
a.
name out there. It
They
goes
book probably
away.
5 nights. They probably look at it like a yearly. Okay, we can do X amount of shows, and then, you know, I'm sure a Tuesday's not as much as a Saturday, and you know, Saturday's probably not as much. Friday and Saturday's probably high dollar stuff. Sunday afternoon's probably set third on that list. Thursday maybe third. I don't know if Sunday and Thursday is probably similar, but your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday shows, and they're just trying to book as many of those from about
Well, they have
right
to-
now.
They
Yeah.
have to play somewhere,
Yeah, from about right now
even on Mondays.
until about the 1st of November.
Yeah.
And then all of them just go home.
Okay.
But those buses pretty well leave out of Nashville,
Yeah.
and they all go do their fair and festival circles.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you can pretty well watch.
It's just funny how the bell curve rides. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, they go here, then they're huge, and then now
Back-
they're back
yeah.
down to the festivals.
Yeah,
But every once in
Yeah.
a great while, another song comes along
Yeah.
and shoots them right back up
shoots
there.
them right back up. Yep.
Yeah, and I like when that happens. It
do
happens
too.
for good
But
ones
man,
too.
like you look at that though. I mean, it's still the same amount of energy going out there and taking the stage. It doesn't
I've
matter
seen
how many people
killer
you're
shows
yeah,
from bands
yeah.
that were on.
And I mean,
know,
and here's the thing, man.
down
Like
there, you might
those
say.
dudes are 70.
I
Man.
thought Phil Vassar
mean-
was one of the best shows we've had. Phil Vassar was an incredible musician. He was
I've heard
so
that.
good.
I actually do
Man.
know the name, but I'm not
Man, he
familiar
was
with
so
his music.
good. He just another. He was very like pop country, like not new country, but like he was that soft country. But like to see the musicianship that he brought on stage, like he played the keys, he played the guitar, like he.
I mean,
just-
there's some amazing country musicians.
like, dude, he was
Killer.
good. And his singing was good, and I mean, man,
Put
it
on
was-
good show.
He put on a good show.
Even a headbanger like me likes Brad Paisley.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean,
like to hear him play guitar.
yeah, he's just
know.
a shredder.
So
And I enjoy watching their show set up and just I mean to see how they can get so much music off that
I've
little
only
stage.
seen the shows I worked. You know,
Yeah.
never went and voluntarily seen a country show, but I'm not bad mouthing it.
Yeah.
There's some I'd go see. I would take my son Zach
Yeah.
to see Rascal Flatts or Miranda Lambert, either one of them, and I would enjoy that.
Yeah, they just get a lot of music out of a little setup, you know, like I don't know, it's just for me that's what I like to go just see the whole show set up and how they do it. But yeah, it's
As far as the best show I've ever seen, that don't include the best songs. Just
Yeah.
the performance would be
Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
oh, I bet.
Yeah, he had
I
all
bet
these
that was
TV
intense, dude.
It was because I've seen a
Lighting
lot
and-
of stuff.
yeah.
Did you ever get in
I
mosh
like
pit?
to be not on purpose. I mean, a couple of times on purpose
Bad
as I'm
ones?
growing up. Yeah, I got caught. I mean, even at a Creed concert, I got stuck in a
Creed.
I know that's funny. With arms
Christian
wide
band.
open. There's Baker. I
In a
got
mosh
killed at a
pit, the
Creed.
arms wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were doing too. They're mad. They're like, "Come on!"
Our arms are wide open.
Yeah. Now I don't care to tell that story because it's true. I mean, I got killed at a Creed concert.
Oh,
Aren't
my
they?
God.
They were Christian based too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, they were.
Were they?
and I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
their music was always solid.
was
I mean, it's
good,
always
yeah.
the same.
Yeah, I liked
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
Very Matchbox 20.
I don't care about. I don't care about their if that's religious or not.
No.
Some of the best music that I still like today. We talk about the heavy music I like. There's a band called Demon Hunter. If you guys have heard of them or not, but that's some heavy stuff. But he'll break out a piano or acoustic, and and make you cry.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this guy's awesome, and I just went and seen him last year.
Do you remember the metal band / whatever we were just calling it, like the hair band, whatever, Striper?
Yeah, I still
like
follow them online.
Yeah, like I thought they were.
They still make music. They
dude, they were
he
good.
shares daily stuff about his life, and I follow a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
And I like doing that because there's good and bad about the access we all have.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
What are like
kinda-
the Beastie Boys and them doing now?
Well, one of them passed away, so they don't really do.
They don't do
I
much.
don't hear nothing about them anymore. I still listen to it,
Yeah.
but ever since that one passed away, now I'm sure they're doing something. You know,
I didn't know one passed away.
Yeah, and I hate that I can't think of the name, but yeah, one of them did. So I don't hear nothing about them.
I wonder if they're still making mailbox money.
I don't know.
I mean, you know, since
I really
CD
don't know.
sales is down, I mean, how's that working? I mean, you know,
I don't know.
they'd have to be getting spins on Spotify and Apple and all that.
Yeah, and I mean they've got that dialed in now, man, to where somebody's making money. Like, you know, there's still like $1 a download up, you know, for grabs.
Yeah.
I guess now on Spotify and
There's some bands still today
Pandora.
selling cassettes.
oh really?
Some like indie label bands will put cassettes out.
Where would you listen to that?
I don't know. I mean, I have a cassette player in my stereo still, but
Man, I've still got mine. Doesn't work.
I only have maybe 10, 12 cassettes. The cassettes I have are actually demos from when I was writing and singing
Yeah.
with Bob Osborne. So that's mostly what I have is that.
You know, vinyl made a resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I go out, I look for the classic, the originals. I don't.
Yeah, you don't
I
like the
bought-
new vinyl.
Well, I mean, it's okay. It is. I mean, I'm not gonna badmouth it, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay $30 for a new vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, now 50 years from now, I'll pay $30 for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I've collected a few. I'm a big Toto fan. Everybody knows that about me.
Yeah.
And I have most of their collection now on vinyl.
That was where the Eagles kept stealing their bass players.
Well, I mean, they were session players anyhow, you know.
Or wasn't Toto? Wasn't that a 3-piece band?
Not that
No,
I
that
ever-
wasn't them. That
no,
wasn't them. That was Rush.
Session
Yeah,
players. What do you mean? I
like
know a
they
session player.
played, they might play for, I don't know, George Jones, and they might go in and play backup for Gary Clark. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They played, they're
Okay.
pros.
They
can
weren't the
play
Eagles session
anything.
players, but they were
can-
just session
Well, I mean,
players.
imagine, actually, if you go and look at what those Toto guys did, yeah, they played with some of the biggest people in all of history of music. They're that good.
Yeah, the
all of 'em.
first bass player they picked out of Toto.
A lot of people still.
And then the second
members from
player-
Toto.
They picked him out of Toto.
But Steve Lukather, you're familiar with the name, guitar player. Well, they even call him Cool Hand Luke. But man, those guys are great. I mean, most people only know Rosanna and Africa.
Oh yeah.
But
they had a lot.
who
of
didn't
good
want to
songs.
write those two songs?
Yeah, I was going to say,
I
man,
don't
how
give
about
two-
that? You just
I don't
dropped
give-
two
That don't get old to me.
classics.
We go
man.
back to classics.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not old. I could listen to that 45 more million times.
Yes.
It's not ever going to get old because it's awesome. It's not old. It's classic.
Yeah. Tell
It's,
me that
timeless.
you ever skip Africa.
I
if it
never
comes
have,
on, dude.
unless a Weezer does it.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah,
a bad
I'm
remake.
sorry.
Yeah, a bad
I mean, I
cover.
know I'm
Yeah,
into
yeah.
I'm into some trendy stuff, and Weezer's okay, but man, they took the soul out of it.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
took the jazz out of it. I like the jazz feel in that song, and it's like Weezered it. They Weezered it, and it.
Yeah. Well,
probably
a
won't.
lot of covers are a great attempt at, but bad result.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't mess with something that
Nah.
didn't need to even be touched
That's
because I
right.
mean, there's not very many real songs that are going to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
But Toto's wrote 2 of them.
Yeah. Just stay away from those two, man. Yeah.
But I've always liked them because I would always follow what they were doing, and I knew that those guys, even though no one knows their names, you might say they played with everybody. I mean, everybody,
Yeah.
and they're good.
Huh.
You know, they
I
can write a
always liked
melody.
I did too.
I love their vinyl. Their stuff sounds great on vinyl, Toto. And it's funny because most people are like, most probably think it's either going to be Black Sabbath or Metallica. I'm going to name drop. You know,
Yeah.
who's your all-time favorite? But if comfort music-wise, it's Toto.
Yeah.
You know, I like Journey. Love Boston.
Journey's great. Yeah,
Love Boston, man. I love Boston.
Long songs. Boston
But,
has long
I like
songs.
their stuff, man. I do.
But when it comes to,
Who's your favorite?
Favorite band?
Yeah, Tom Snyder.
No, I mean,
he's got a song I like.
I move them around right now, man. Right now, I'm
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
listening,
I do too.
I'm
I move
probably
my-
listening to more Sturgill Simpson right now than anything else. I seem to be all over that, man. But then, like, I'll jump around and like, man, I've been listening to a lot of classic rock. I say I've been listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin
Tiny
lately,
Tim?
man. Tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna get
I've been
back
making
into
my coworkers listening to that. Tiptoe through the tulips.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's freaking creepy.
Creepiest song ever recorded. Yeah.
Right next to
what
Stuck Like Glue.
Stuck Like Glue. Yeah.
Boys, we got anything else?
No, man. Hey, that was fun.
Yes.
You got to agree to come back, man,
Oh,
before you get off of here.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll come back.
Yeah.
After I see how many times I licked my lips, how many times I fidgeted, the boogers I might have hanging from my nose.
We'll edit
And
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Can I finish with one story this morning
Sure.
that happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I have to. I thought about telling this one all day, and it might not even be funny to you guys, but I'm telling
It
you
is funny.
anyhow because it is funny. So last night, before I went to bed, I asked my wife to make me a couple pancakes so I'd have them in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, she stays up a little later than I do, and sometimes she just likes to do that. She's done it for me.
Yeah.
After 30 years, you know, that's cool. She does
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, I mean, that's sweet. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
sure it is. Yeah.
So anyhow, I'm a little, I don't know, it's early in the morning, I'll just say. So I get up and I see this on the table. It's like scraps of pancake, and there's a cookie cutter there, and my thought, I remember my exact thought was, well, you know, maybe she got frustrated and said, fuck it, he'll eat it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It looks like, you know, like she got mad.
Yeah.
So I eat it. I warm it up, go to work, you know, and about 2 hours later, she goes, did you look in the fridge for them pancakes? And she didn't have to say any more. I knew what she meant. My dumb ass ate the scraps from the hearts that she'd cut out with the cookie cutters,
Oh, my.
and they're in the fridge. And I just bust out laughing. I'm like, so I tell my coworkers, I'm like, you know what dumbass thing I just did? And I'm like, so they're home right now. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to eat them when I leave here.
I was gonna say, yeah, you
Yeah.
can still enjoy those.
Yeah,
That's
no,
actually
but-
that's actually a win.
Yeah.
She's like, you ate the scraps. I was like, and she's like, and they sat out all night.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but with maple syrup, they were delicious.
They were
Which is
just
why I asked her to make
perfect amount of
I
sogginess.
love maple syrup.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like,
Oh,
and
man,
how
that's
sweet
phenomenal.
is that? 30 years
Well, I'll
making
tell you what,
heart pancakes.
That's why you guys are still together, man.
Heck yeah.
I would
30
go
years,
home
that's
and I
a-
would
yeah.
crank up some heavy metal as loud as you can, and just
I
eat some
will.
pancakes.
Eat those heart-shaped pancakes, man.
I'm going to.
Plenty of butter and maple syrup on
I
those.
love maple syrup.
Yeah, so do I, dude.
Yeah, maybe
I
some
did.
chocolate chips on there too. Oh shit!
Now, do you
Sometimes.
are you a log cabin guy, Mrs. Butterworth?
No, I get actual real maple syrup.
Oh, the
Yeah.
real McCoy.
Yeah, it says maple syrup.
They're
on
probably,
it.
okay, nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean it's
legit.
hot. It's a little expensive, but
Yeah, but it's
it's
worth
like
it.
drinking good beer.
Yeah, that's
know,
right. That's right.
Only
That's right.
only the best. Chubbies, hey, you know, we all know this guy. All the folks over at AP Prep, we cannot thank you enough. Look those guys up at apprep.info. We get asked all the time, hey, what happens? How do you get over there? Hey, that's how you do it. You get on apprep.info, you look them up, you set a time for your kid's assessment. They schedule a time, you bring your kid over there, boom, it's done. They get you right in the schedule. And hey, for all you adults, you just show up on Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday night at 5:30, and they got their boxing classes. It's $10, or you can join by the month. So look them up at apprep.info.
You need to go see my top 20 list of songs that suck. Just look me up on Google.
Look,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might have to
Underscore.
put, maybe you might have to put in Jackson, Ohio, because I'm
Probably
not really
Kevin
the
Baker,
only
Jackson.
Kevin Baker, but
Yeah.
if you can believe
Have
that.
to
There's
check that
others.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some other songs.
We'll link
on
it
there.
in. We'll link it on the show.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll put it in
there's-
the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably see Cher, the Dixie Chicks. I don't know
That's
which one
awesome.
it is, but
Yeah.
they've taken years off my life.
Okay. Well,
Every time I
well
have to
then,
hear
hey
it.
man, we'll let everybody enjoy them.
Yeah. Send Kevin your favorite
Oh, they will. Everybody-
Sugarland song.
I-
He's
I
on
walked-
Facebook.
I walked into the break room one night at Walmart, and they were playing Sugarland on
Yeah.
the TV.
Start tagging Kevin in all your favorite Sugarland videos.
Wait till Jennifer Nettles calls me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Chubbies, like
yeah.
and subscribe.
Hey, like and subscribe. Thanks,
Kevin
for tuning
Baker.
in. We'll see him
See
again
ya.
soon.
All right.
You'll see me again.
That's right. See you.
See you.